It's WarCraft Day. Greetings, everybody. This is Stormy with the capital Z coming back at you with another replay request. This is once again going to be by Jocke AzyAzy. They're going to be spawning on the top as the Night Elf and the Orc player, Azy as the Night Elf, Jocke as the Orc, opening up the standard build orders. Let's change up the colors here so that we can have a better understanding of who. So Azy and Jocke, amateur 2v2 players, they've been playing a lot as of late. So let's see how they have been improving so far. They're playing on this map Synergy, and they're going to be playing up against Double Undead. It already sounds very dangerous. Got VQ 37 VHR. We're just gonna refer to him as the VQ, and his ally CrashOverride. Alright, so Double Undead, not really sure what to expect. One of them opening up with a modified, definitely a modified altar build. The other one going in for the hero first, because the altar is also put down, no crypt is there, and oh wait a second. Why did I see a graveyard? I saw a graveyard somewhere. Yeah, so yeah, Stormy is seeing stuff. Never mind. Stormy is definitely seeing stuff. I'm to put down the Tomb of Relics in the front. Undead players, of course, you have the small advantage of having the blight spread together. Yeah, there's the graveyard. Yeah, I have to have a look at those statues that's put around the graveyard, even with the building coming up. See them coming. I thought this was a graveyard. Hero's choice for both of the undeads are gonna be Death Knight, as we have Detonator, the Wisp, going in for some scouting. It's also gonna be useful in taking out skeleton warriors and putting off the mana as well. Hero of choice for Jocke is gonna be Farseer, and the hero of choice for Azy is gonna be Keeper of the Grove. Azy is of course still learning Night Elf. He's not a pro at that. Well, he's not a pro at his main undead either, but let's see how it works out to be. Detonation going down, but of course it doesn't really detonate doesn't really give any advantage to Azy. Should have waited for either of the heroes to come out and then detonated. Wisps are faster. He could have actually had the Wisp run around a bit and then not let it die, but of course you are prone to getting killed by a death coil or double death coil if your opponents are a bit desperate. So there we go, double Rod of Necromancy, double Undead, double Death Knight. Let's see how this turns out to be as they head in for a green camp together. Although creeping together is not really going to be all that fruitful, because they're going to gain very less experience in the early get-go. Jocke and Tree seem to be doing the same thing, and they're going to be suffering with the same small disadvantage there. So that's something that we're gonna have to deal with. Fall of Attack +5, pretty good item. Gloves of Haste on this side, pretty good item too. Tier 2 coming in for Jocke, as he does have enough resources, not taking that in just yet. Concentrating on some other things first. Concentrate on getting himself to tier 2. Undead players now also taking up. Going after the expansion camp here, pulling the creeps in and taking some damage on that Death Knight. The other Death Knight can heal it though with the Death Coil, so it should be fine. We're gonna have a lot of Death Coils, baby. A lot of Death Coils here. And I think I'm gonna be following the Undead rather than following Azy and Jocke, because that's just going to be much more interesting. Have the Headhunters coming in. No, we don't have any Headhunters just yet. Although Jocke... Yeah, there we go. Headhunters now being spawned. Another burrow being put down by Jocke, and so far all of the players are pretty much towards their own side of the map. We have no rush attempts, although it seemed like it would have been sort of a rush by Jocke. The Farseer is known for the early rushes. Also, versus Double Undead, you really want to consider if that's actually going to work out. And then Bastions are just hard to deal with, and maybe having your heroes to level up a bit before you get there would just be a better idea. Gonna take out this null camp over here at the Goblin Lab, and then perhaps head in towards the middle. Of course, this map Synergy has those Watcher Wards, creep camps at the Goblin Merchant in the middle, and having these two Watcher Wards will give you so much of an advantage when it comes to a 2v2 gameplay. The Undead players have not done any kind of scouting whatsoever, even with their skeleton warriors. That's something that they should be doing, and they definitely need to be doing if they want to know what is up on the other side. Both of them simultaneously leveling up because they are literally simultaneously creeping. This one is good for scout. The skeleton warrior should be sent up to look at what is Jocke and tree up to. That doesn't seem like that they want to do, and one of them is picking up faster, other one is staggering behind for some reason. Not really sure if we had any kind of goal contribution. It doesn't seem like that anything like that. This guy does have like 1k gold in the bank. All of that is gonna be super depleted as soon as he hits tier 2 with the lich coming in with the about 500 gold and of course tech 3 tier 3 PQ and CrashOverride now gonna go in for the contested creep camps. They're gonna get the watch award. Jocke and AzyAzy are creeping far away, and it appears that they want to set up an expansion. We got a wisp near here. Put down the tree of life perhaps, or just gonna plant itself nearby for until it has enough gold, or until AzyAzy decides to go for that. Gonna get a potion of greater healing. I would have a potion of greater mana, I'm sorry. And oh, Jocke is also gonna get himself a shredder, of course, because you can just never have enough of lumber, I guess, in a game of WarCraft. Watch award secured on this side of the map. And they're gonna go for the other one as well. One of them did get the potion of invul, so the other one's gonna have to take the potion of invul from the shop here. So that's gonna be a difference of 7 to 8 seconds in each of the invuls. Here comes Jocke. A face off against CrashOverride. Here comes VQ. Kill that ghoul off. Gonna get us around on the DK. Is he actually gonna do that? No, he's gonna back out because he knows he has no chance to face against two armies together. And those headhunters really aren't something that can take too much damage. Those are for the back line there. Huntress is coming in the front. Chain lightning, entangle, and potion of invul with a death coil follow up. And both of the death knights, well, only one of the death knight has like one death coil left in the tank. Oh, we got a lot of APs coming up. APs are down and cinched in. Now they're gonna help AzyAzy and Jocke defend against this push. But oh no, one of the ancient protectors is getting taken out. This looks bad for AzyAzy gonna get one of them taken out. No, the hero. Oh my goodness, he didn't TP away. CrashOverride could have TP'd away, he didn't do that, lost his hero, and that's a really bad maneuver there. Although the other Death Knight almost got to level 3 here, he's gonna have to spend some gold in reviving, and yeah, that's gonna be a waste of gold. We have his lich out. Was that his lich? Yeah, that was his lich. Bit of a map unawareness, I must say. Really want to keep your hero alive, you don't want it to die. And what do we have here? That was fast. Jocke's already producing torrents. I'm rather surprised. That build order was super fast. And since your opponent hasn't even scouted you out, they're not even going to be aware of these mighty torrents. The mighty torrents are going to eat up the army of the undead. There's really a less that they can actually do versus the torrents there, especially with the pulverize upgrade, and if they're gonna get some damage upgrade and stuff down as well. We also gonna have the shadow hunter at the backline for Jocke, so that's gonna help the torrents heal up. And if Jocke is gonna go in for torrents, then it would be a good idea for AzyAzy to shift into ranged. The torrents are gonna be the tank, the beef of the army. They're also gonna deal some good amount of damage in the front line. That's like 13. I mean 1.3k HP, man. How do you deal with that? I mean, undead nuke or not, torrents are going to be very hard to deal with. And you also want to consider the fact that now the shadow, not the shadow, the spirit walkers are can be spawned from the torrent totem itself, and their researches are available there. Jocke may also likely be getting the spirit walkers along with the spirit link. Of course, spirit link is definitely going to be beneficial, but there's one more thing that's going to be beneficial, and that's going to be the revival ability of those spirit linkers, the spirit walkers there. So once they have the revivability, they're going to be able to revive the torrents as well. So each torrent has a potential to get revived by the ability there, so that's huge. Jocke AzyAzy can take out this camp here, and oh, this camp also spawns a Watcher Ward. I'm pretty sure I covered this one some time ago, but I'm like, okay, I don't remember that. Or maybe it's a randomized item which has a chance of getting the Watcher Ward. Gonna go for the speed scroll camp over here. CrashOverride gonna go for the speed scroll camp. Get that speed scroll. It's gonna last for a long time, so he ought to use that, make benefit of that. Although you really want to think about if a drop down speed scroll or a speed ruin is really the best method to get anything there. And Jocke says, "Whoa, am I that boring?" says Jocke. Well, I wouldn't say you're boring. I'm just saying you're predictable sometimes. But though I do like the 7-minute timer for the torrents there. I wouldn't really have expected torrents. And if someone was going for a late game then and hasn't scouted you out, then he's gonna be in for trouble definitely, because torrents are hard to deal with. If you have a good number of them, you already have like 4 of them, by the way. If you have more of them, then have your ally produce like a lot of backline dryads and stuff, then this game is technically yours, and it's gonna be really hard for your opponent to deal with. Oh, we are the crystal volleyball. Jocke is gonna use it a lot. Where did he use it though? Use it in front, basically inside the base of the opponent. Should actually check up the expansion as well. I don't think they have done that scouting either. Jocke AzyAzy aren't really scouting, by the way. That's something that you need to be like keep on doing. Send out your wisps and stuff. I don't know, send Steve out again. You just need to know what's going on there. And Jocke says torrents go brrr. Oh, don't worry, as he's going to mass the dryads. Yep, that's exactly what you guys need to be doing. Backline, one guy go for the backline, one guy go for the front line. Both of you guys don't really have to go for a like balanced composition of an army. Gonna get Rune of Healing there. The Dragon Turtle is being murdered, mercilessly murdered. I have never seen the Dragon Turtle cower away the way it did. And Legion Doomhorn. Yep, the army over here. Team Blue is gonna have themselves some extra speed, extra regen, and if Jocke spawns in a Torrent Chieftain with Endurance Aura, even if he doesn't like use it at all, he just get it out of the altar and just keep the aura there. They're gonna have much more speed there and much more attack damage as well, so that's gonna be some advantage that Team Blue can actually take over. And there we go, some scouting. Actually, that's not even scouting. I'm pretty sure Azzy wants to expand there, because one expansion is good enough. And oh, the Undead player's like, hey, that Wisp is going away, get him! Gonna run back now, and they're gonna be like, yeah, we gotta do something about that. Is that Scourge Bone Chimes? That is Scourge Bone Chimes. Scourge Bone Chimes, sadly for the Undead players, not gonna be that useful. Only gonna be helping out the Death Knight regain HP back, and until they go in for like mass ghouls or abominations, of course, that's just not gonna be useful at all. One of them is only just going, just about to hit tier 3. But what are we gonna have though? And you know, patch 1.32.10 is already out, but these guys aren't going in for the boneyards. They still went in for the slaughterhouse, and oh, they are indeed going in for abominations, it appears. And that's something that I kind of find not right over here for the undeads. They went in for double Death Knight. That's a good strategy, not a bad one. And the wow, Lich taking Lich being hurt by is a whole spell, the Frost Nova by that Berserk Elemental there. So yeah, this is something I don't really like what the Undead players are doing. They're kind of going in for the same kind of an army. This is something you really don't want to do. 2v2. You like one guy concentrate on one thing, other guy do the other thing. That's really the best way to go into 2v2s. That you have something going down there. And oh, it appears to see me like CrashOverride is gonna set down a base there, because as I said, one expansion isn't good enough for the team. They're gonna go in with the speed scroll. That's just gonna increase the speed though, not gonna increase the damage rate. Here comes Azzy. Oh, the Dryads are exposed a bit though, and oh, Hex on that Lich. Lich gets taken out immediately. They didn't even try to coil it. And building down. Keeper of the Grove gonna be murdered for sure, unless until he drinks some mana. I mean to say the Moon Juice. Oh no, he's still taking damage. One of them TP'd away. Other one being targeted. Gets taken out. Keeper of the Grove goes down, but it's all gonna be worth it because they're gonna manage to take out the entirety of one of the opponents there. That's exactly what they're up to now. Thorn's also being revived there, and that Death Knight, the Death Knight had TP, it had Potion of Invul as well. And this guy like Kill Hero probably wanted to save his ally, but oh, there we go. Mature GG. But yeah, pretty much if you actually look at it, the game's kinda over if Jocke and Tree rush in right now and their opponents are not able to defend. But of course the Undead places are a bit harder to tackle. We have a lot of spirit towers and stuff over here as well to deal. So that's something that Jocke and AzyAzy are gonna have to deal with. And before they get there, they're gonna have to either face the expansion. They may choose to do that, they may not. There's a lot of spirit towers here. This is a lot of spirit towers. That's an overkill. And it's something that Jocke and Tree are gonna have to deal with. Torn is being moved in the front line. Let's see how much damage they can actually deal. And oh, here comes the Undead army from the back, or rather from the side. They're gonna face the range there. Jocke needs to get those Torns up front. There we go. Torns coming in. Torns for the Abominations, Berserkers, and the Riots in the back line. Jocke and Tree actually disengaging. Probably the best idea, or maybe not. I mean, facing up against towers and one whole Undead army would be a hard task to do, but I want to say that they would have lost the fight if they took it. They just wanted to play a bit safer. Dealing with the towers, I guess, may need some siege here. Get some more Spirit Walkers, because they're not going to get any. Getting the third attack upgrade for the Dryads. Damn, those Dryads are going to deal a lot of damage now. Back to the base, drinking moon from the moon bells there, and I love AzyAzy's moon placement. Nice moon wall over here. Just arrive here and let's get your stuff healed. I think I've seen one like go like a circle as well, so go inside, then you can heal up like that or something. Alright, back to the match. A lot of Spirit Walkers in the back line, although I don't think I've seen too much use of the Spiritling, and this is a lot of Spirit Walkers, to be honest. I don't think you need many Spirit Walkers. You have more Spirit Walkers than the number of Torrents. Why do you need more? Like, you'd rather have more Torrents than more Spirit Walkers. And oh, now we're getting the good guys. We're getting the Shamans with Bloodlust, and while that happens, oh, there we go, Boneyard. But of course he plays the Boneyard after he got the sacrificial spit. He kind of forgot about that. Jocke says more walkers is equal to more revives. While I agree to that, at one point I would like to have more torrents, because that's gonna help out me win the fight. And even if the torrents die, I still have walkers at the back line to revive them. So if I have like an army of let's say 8 torrents and 4 revivers, let's say 2 torrents die, I can revive them. As opposed to like having a single torrent die 2 times and then revive it 2 times, because that's also going to be giving your opponent like experience 2 times. That's just going to be a better situation that if you have more torrents and less number of Spirit Walkers, to be honest. And revive is a lot of mana. Yes, revive is a lot of mana for the torrents, but as I said earlier, like, I rather have more torrents in the front line dealing damage, and I do want the revivers at the back line, but having these many of them is kind of being a strategy where you're gonna lose a single torrent 2 times and then revive that again, and that's basically a bit counterproductive, because that's gonna give you opponent more experience if you're planning to have your torrent die 2 times. And oh, one of them actually TP'd in here. The other guy's coming in. If Jocke and Tree take out this building before that, they may have the other guy not TP, but he is here, and now Jocke and Tree gonna be forced to TP. But not before they take out a frost worm. They got a big fish. But oh my goodness, what do we have here? How did the Dryads get left out? Did you lose his hero? I believe Tree just lost his keeper somewhere in that fight there. And we got some hippogriffs coming in. Yeah, keepers here. Not sure what happened there. Really not sure what happened. Jojo Headshrinker almost got murdered there, but he's alive, and Jocke getting himself a Witch Doctor as well. Shamans and Witch Doctors, classic Volk army, 2k gold, wow, and you're already like at a 100-foot capacity. Yikes. Literally yikes. Comes the frostworms. I mean, pretty much Jocke and Tree have everything to deal with the ground. They just need something to deal with that frostworm, and mostly what they need to do is take that out like as soon as possible, and that's what they want to do. Here comes the hippogriff riders. I mean, it's hippogriffs only, they don't have riders just yet. Go after the frostworm, but not dealing too much damage actually. If you look at it, the dryads were dealing more damage. He says I am stacked up 8. I believe you said 80. Oh, that's just a cool face. My mistake. Yeah, now would be a good opportunity for Jocke to actually pick up a TP before he heads in, because Undead nuke Potion of Invul on the other hero would be a good idea. And there we go, Dire Wolves. Or rather Shadow Wolves. One gets murdered but can be revived, and Jocke should revive it before the corpse expires. Here we go, son. Those Thorns were powerful enough that you literally needed to have a revive spell for them. Here comes them flyers once again. The magic damage on those Thorns are going to be dealing so much damage. Keeper goes down! Below those flyers, a lot of spirit linking going down, and maybe get the spirit walkers into the fight too. Just transform them back into the real form and then they can attack, because you need all the damage you can get. Bloodlust going down all across the board there. I have no idea what is going on here. I cannot see anything, and I'm not really sure who is getting ahead. It appears that the Thorns are eating up the entire army, and the hippogriffs are eating up the everything in the air, basically the destroyers and the frostworms, and yep, with the bloodlust. So hippogriffs were actually suffering a bit earlier. They couldn't actually get their damage across to the frostworms earlier, but bloodlust was the problem solver in this particular matchup. Bloodlust solved their problem, and now Jocke and Tree are full steam ahead, and they're about to murder their opponents, CrashOverride and VQ. CrashOverride and VQ really have very less amount of units to actually deal with whatever Jocke and Tree has right now. Of course, they have a lot of towers, but they're definitely gonna fall sooner or later. And Jocke and Tree need to kind of not overextend into the towers. Perhaps place down a healing ward with the witch doctor there. Revive the Thorns. Yes, there we go. More revival after revival. There's a lot of revival. Each time you take down a Thorn, it just comes back up. The undead tasting a taste of their own medicine. Yeah, Undead getting a taste of their own medicine over here of units being revived, or corpses being revived, and then fighting against them even after they take it out. And that is something. Jocke and Tree have been improving a lot. I really appreciate to see that. Poor witch doctor gets taken out, and yeah, we're having a sort of a micromanagement here, but they pretty much have this game now. Their opponents have a really difficult situation, and as I said earlier, you have a lot of spirit walkers, and spirit walkers deal a decent amount of damage, by the way. There's no reason to just keep them etherealized like this and not have them into the fight, because I think they can still deal good damage. And well, what we have here, Jocke and forced to back out. The Farseer is almost level 7, by the way, and that looks dangerous. I can come in with an earthquake somewhere, panel the earthquake to destroy some buildings, gets into a fight, but of course gonna be a target to the Undead nuke during that time. Get back to the bases, healing ward placed down. That's a lot of hippogriffs. Not really sure if you actually needed that many hippogriffs, to be frankly honest. Battle still raging on, and I believe the original gold mines are about to, they're about to expire. Like, gonna expire right away. Jocke and Tree need to finish this game now, because now you have the situation where opponents have like 3 gold mines, you got 1 when it comes to the extra gold mine. So if you don't finish the game now, opponent is just going to keep on mitigating your strength, keep on attacking you, and ultimately if the fights go into an even route like they did so far, you're the one who's gonna end up with with no economy, and then you're the one that's gonna end up getting murdered. So I like how Jocke and Tree are splitting up a bit. Jocke is gonna keep his big army over here to defend against any kind of push, and Tree is gonna go and attack one of the expansions, takes out the necropolis, and now TPing back in to help Jocke out defend the expansion, because they definitely know that this expansion is their last lifeline. And here goes those hippogriffs. Hippogriffs gonna eat that frostworm alive or undead, whichever works out. A lot of them being pulled down to the ground with a web there, but that's fine as long as they can get the job done. Job is done, and now the undead are on the run. They're getting near to that house, but this time they only have one to deal with. That's looking really bad. That looks really bad. Chain lightning, a lot of damage from the back line. Hippogriff sadly can't really attack melee when they pull to the ground. This should be a thing though, with aerial units there. Earthquake, and now the earthquake doesn't do friendly fire, or rather doesn't really slow down friendly units. Yeah, I should have those Spirit Walkers attack. Like, if Jocke actually had these Spirit Walkers fighting all along, this game would have been over long ago, because they definitely had the bigger army all the time. 100 food worth army is definitely bigger than 80, and there we go. They're gonna call in, and they're gonna leave the game. This is over. Good game, well played. The ally is just gonna call his ally, and the opponent is just gonna call his ally a noob before leaving. But yeah, that was a lovely game there. The Triads are magic immune. Triads are magic immune, but matter, because the Spirit Walkers are actually gonna be damaging the ground units, and those would have been super useful against abominations and stuff, because Spirit Walkers, I believe, out of all the casters, like tier 2 or tier 3 casters there, have the most amount of damage. They have more damage than the sorceresses and the priests. They have more damage than the Spirit of the Talons. They have more damage than the necromancers and the banshees. Have that. They're probably a bit slower in the terms of attack rate, but well, when it comes to damage, I kind of forgot back there. Yeah, I mean, you had a lot of them. That was the thing. Like, even if they died, you could have just revived them using the same torrents around there, and that could have worked out. We also had a situation where the frostworms could actually attack them and kill them, because they're gonna take more damage when they're in. Anyways, Jocke and Tree showed us exactly how war can be crafted. I really like how they've been. If you guys enjoyed it, thanks. Have enjoyed what you have seen, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for more, and I'll be next episode of WarCraft. Yay!